Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to another WB Mason Coaches Report with the head coach of men's wrestling, Dennis Papadatos. Dennis, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, you know what? I'm doing well. Everything's going well over here. It is the week of the NCAA Wrestling Championships. You are setting seven of your wrestlers. I know you wanted that eighth with Dylan Ryder, but definitely seven are going to be making the trip to St. Louis. How are you doing? How are you feeling going into this? The national championships.
I mean, par for the course. Same stuff. Guys training. We've been podding, which has been a little frustrating not be able to train all together, but we thought that's a wiser move to kind of keep them separate. Um, you know, Packing, getting ready to go. Getting there really early. I've never gotten to that nationals this early, but with the quarantine guidelines that we have to, test twice when we get there. And, it's better to get that stuff out of the way. And then this way, Tuesday, we can get on the mats over there and Tuesday, Wednesday, which is kind of normal. And then, start competing Thursday. So I think the guys feel good. I know I feel good. And like you said, got seven guys. At some points this season, I really thought we could have 10. We had Sage. Heck, we thought Ross, could be there, and Dylan and Garrett was almost there. So, but that's the past. We still had a good year and it's still good progress year, and we're focused on these guys to do what they need to do at the national tournament.
Yeah, definitely. I think you definitely could have had more than seven. I know you're disappointed with Dylan not making it, even though I thought he had a very deserving resume based on his record, the quality of his wins, and who he wrestled. But he's going to be coming back, so this is definitely not the last opportunity Dylan's going to have to make it to nationals.
No doubt, there was a lot of deserving guys. There was actually other deserving guys that didn't get in at this weight, believe it or not. As I looked at it, so is its way the year ended out. So that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, it's been a weird year for everyone. And this past week we learned the seedings for the Hofstra wrestlers and who they'll be facing. Holden Heller is the highest seeded wrestler at number 19. You've got a couple of guys in the 30s and the 20s. After that selection show, what were your thoughts on the seeds that your guys got and who they're going to be wrestling?
Um, well, first of all, I felt like some guys didn't get their fair shake in the seeds. I really thought Holden was going to be top 16 for sure. I thought some other guys were lower than what they expected. And some guys were higher than I expected. I was like, whoa, okay, good. Um, um, I feel like some guys didn't get their fair shake. But listen, that's the way it goes, and we're happy to have the opportunity to prove them wrong. So that's where we're kind of going forward for this. But I'm not even looking at who they're having. Obviously, we know who they have at this point. It's only Sunday. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All the alternates are in now that from the people that were hurt. As you know, who I mean, every 330 athletes have to and coaches have to pass a COVID test before they leave, which we just did a COVID test when they get there, another one, another. Like there's 4 or 5 COVID tests before we even wrestle a match, right? From this point on. So if one person's out, it moves the whole bracket. So on Wednesday morning, if someone's positive, if the number 7 seed is positive, the 8 seed is now the 7 seed. That means Holden's now the 18th. Like if it's at Holden's weight, now Holden's the 18th seed, and he wrestles a different person. So match prepping for people right now this far out is almost as useless as it might as well just be a blank name at the other side because we got an idea, but if you go too hard at it, it all can change. On a dime at this point. And like I said, since if anyone's out of the tournament, they're going to take them out and shift everyone up. They've already said that it can change all the way up until weigh-ins. It can change. That's where it can go all the way go to. So I don't really care who they got because it honestly could change. We're just trying to focus on what we do and what we did to get here and what we've done, to have success. And if we focus on that, it shouldn't matter who we got.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something I know that's not at the forefront, but it's something that I don't know if a lot of people are focusing on, like just the gauntlet of COVID tests that you have to go through. And if one guy is out, that can change the whole bracket. I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to that.
Yes. I mean, and our coaches are. I'm not just
Well, yeah, coaches are.
I'm talking, but other people. But yeah, it's it's not one COVID test could change the whole bracket. One COVID test will change the whole bracket.
Mhm.
The only way it wouldn't change much if it's like the 30 seed, 31, then it's a slight change. If it's no joke, like the number 18, 19, even seed, it changes 13 guys first round matchup. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, it is a lot can change from now until then. We just pray that we stay healthy and I pray everyone stays healthy, right? But we control what we can control and we're worried about us. And that's how we're going forward.
Last year, unfortunately, the championship got canceled when you had not Dylan, you had Ricky and you had Zach going. You know, what are you telling the guys going into this year's championship who haven't had the opportunity to go to the NCAA's before?
Uh, again, and Greg too, right?
Yeah, of course,
Greg, he was at he was at Fresno State, but he qualified last year, and then the tournament was pulled out from him. Like Ricky and Zach. As of right, technically, we don't have a guy in the team that's wrestled the national tournament before because all our qualifiers were from last year. All our qualifiers before that have all graduated. Our qualifiers from last year tournament got canceled. So now, the guys are COVID-19, the pandemic, everything that's going on in the world has really been a hindrance, but also prepared a lot of these kids. Like they don't, I think they take less things for granted. And I think they're just more of understanding that things can be a whirlwind and change on a dime. So they're appreciative of it. Um, we focused on it's just another day. It's what we train for. It's what we set our goals out for. We have, as I said, we've had 30 All-Americans in our history. We have 30 All-American plaques in our room. And we start the year saying we're chasing those plaques. And we want those plaques, national champions and All-Americans. That's what we do this for. And if you have a bunch of those, you're going to win a lot of matches as a team, which we've been doing. But we want All-American plaques. You can't get All-American plaques and you wrestle unless you're wrestling this weekend of the year every year. So we got 7 guys that have an opportunity to go get some All-American plaques, and we're focused on that. Focused on themselves, focused on their own goals, and focusing on those All-American plaques and bringing them back to the room. Not so much anything else. Don't make the moment bigger than what it is. Be appreciative, and from what I can tell so far, the guys are pretty calm and collective, to be honest with you. So we'll find out as we get closer. But so far, from what I can tell, we got a group of pretty focused guys. So hopefully that transpires into wins and success and positive results. But I'm definitely pleased with everyone that's going.
Yeah, as you should be. It's a huge occasion for Hofstra wrestling. Pandemic or no pandemic, and being in the wrestling room with you guys, it's a group, it's a good group of guys from top to bottom. Like the attitudes, the mentalities, they're all they're loose, they're ready to go. They're not. I don't think they're coming into this too tight or too wound up.
It doesn't seem so. We're trying to not make it more than what it is, but at the end of the day, it means a lot. So you have to bring your A game. So I think the guys are excited. I think some of the guys don't like feel disrespected on their seed and are gonna like, all right, if that's what you think of me, and we're gonna go forward and put our best foot forward. And that's all we're focusing on. And we'll get more focused on that as we get closer, as we get to get there and get on the arena mats and talk about those things. And that's when you get excited. I remember being an athlete myself. I remember thinking the very first time I qualified, and I remember warming up on the mats in the arena that we were going to compete in. I remember thinking, this is cool. You know what I mean? Like this is, I don't remember feeling overwhelmed. I just remember feeling special. You know what I mean? Like, this is cool, man. This is really cool. Like, let's, and for me, it fired me up. It got me excited. Like, it wasn't like, do I belong? It was like, I'm here. I belong. You know what I mean? And I just hope our guys have that same, attitude. So, and that's what we're working on.
Oh, absolutely. One of the hardest parts is getting to that national championship stage. So once you're there, you got to soak it in as much as you can. I'm sure, you and Jamie and Coach Patrovich have been telling them just to enjoy the moment.
For sure. We've been focusing on preparation, but yeah, we haven't made that big of a deal about it.
Yeah, that's a good way to go about it.
We haven't made that big of a deal of even taking 7 guys. That's why I've been like, guys, we should have 9, possibly 10. We're good. Like, this ain't no surprise. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. We told you if we do everything we're supposed to do, this was going to happen. So why, That's why no one in our room's surprised. No one's surprised. You know what I mean? I told you, like when Holden won the conference, we didn't even like jump for joy. We were kind of like 10 minutes later, I realized I didn't even like celebrate with him. It was so matter of fact, and I felt like this season, the way it was going, we went in there like, okay, we're good, we're here, we're gonna do what we do, and you know, and so far that's been working. So hopefully we keep that going.
Yeah, definitely. Don't fix what's not broken. That kind
Exactly.
of scenario. Yeah. So this starting this Thursday, March 18th, on ESPN2 or on the ESPN app from St. Louis, Missouri. It is the 2021 NCAA Wrestling Championships. You can follow the brackets, learn everything you can on GoHofstra.com. For head coach Dennis Papadatos, I am Nick Capatos, and thank you for joining us for this week's WB Mason Coaches Report.
Thanks, man.